I was trying, I really was. I just needed a little help.
We didn't break any rules. I was called to a small house at the end of a cul-de-sac, the kind of place people drive past without noticing. The yard wasn't wild, just worn out. The grass was uneven, with patches left uncut where strength had clearly run out. Someone had tried, recently. The homeowner's name was Evelyn. She was 81 years old, a widow, and a former school librarian. She had lived there since 1969. Same mailbox, same oak tree in the front yard, same narrow strip of grass she used to mow with her husband every spring while the neighbors waved from across the street. The city notice was folded neatly on her kitchen table when I arrived. It wasn't taped up, it wasn't ignored, it was just waiting. "Second warning," she told me quietly. "They say I missed a deadline." She hadn't refused to mow, she hadn't abandoned the yard, she just couldn't finish anymore. Her hands shook when she poured coffee. Arthritis and nerve damage made it hard for her. She says she could manage 10 minutes at a time on a good day, 15 if she rested afterward. Some weeks that was enough, some weeks it wasn't. "I thought I had more time," she said. "That's why I was there, not to make a statement, just to help her finish what she started." I unloaded the mower and rolled it toward the grass. It wasn't overgrown, just a little high, the kind of height that only exists on paper. Evelyn stood in the doorway, holding the frame as if it might move if she let go. When I started the mower, the sound carried farther than it should have. Curtains shifted, a garage door opened across the street, then closed again. I had just finished the first pass when a dark sedan stopped at the curb. No lights, no rush. A city officer stepped out with a tablet in his hand. "I'm here about an unresolved property violation," he said, already scanning the yard. Evelyn stepped outside slowly. "He's helping me finish. I was just..." "The notice has already escalated," the officer replied. "I wasn't refusing, I just needed help." The officer tapped his screen. "The system doesn't track circumstances." That sentence hung heavy in the air. I turned off the mower. Silence. He issued the citation anyway. He said it was automatic and that appeals could be filed online. "I don't have a computer," Evelyn said. He didn't respond. Less than 30 minutes later, another call came in. Someone had reported a dispute, saying voices were raised. They weren't. 2 police cars arrived. Slow, calm. They asked who authorized the mowing, who owned the property, and who lived there alone. Evelyn answered everything politely. Too politely. One officer told her they needed to remove her temporarily while they reviewed the situation. For her safety. Just procedure. She laughed once softly and confused. "I taught children to read for 42 years. Now I can't even cut my own grass." They escorted her toward the car. No handcuffs, no resistance. The mower sat silent in the yard, the grass half finished, half accusing. As the door closed, Evelyn looked back at the house. "I was almost done," she said. The lawn stayed exactly how it was. Not because no one cared, but because the person who did was told she couldn't anymore. So here's the question this story leaves behind. When did needing help become a violation? And if you want me to keep telling stories like this, the ones hiding in plain sight, subscribe and write "subscribe" in the comments. Because sometimes the lawn isn't the problem.